Hello, good morning. I'm Rafael Arostegui. I'm Iberia captain, A340 captain, and this is my crew, my colleagues, Manuel Samaniego, also known as Sammy, Javier Garcia, and we are here to dispatch the flight to Mexico.
Good morning again, everyone. My name is Sammy. I'm going to do the walk around, and I hope you enjoy this walk around with me. So follow me, and we start now. We start from the nose, close-wise, around the airplane. So I'm going to be telling you what I'm checking, so that you can follow what I'm doing. First of all, I check the status of the nose and the different probes, the pitot probes, the outside temperature probes, and the angle of attack probes, that they are in good condition, and everything seems okay. Okay. Now I also check the status of the nose wheels, that they are in good condition as well, and they are not worn off. Okay. And the lights, the taxi and takeoff landing lights, and the runway turn off lights. Everything is okay. There are no fuel leaks down on the floor. All right. The landing gear panels are okay. Here we have the angle of attack probes, the first officer angle of attack and the standby angle of attack probe. They are in good condition. The static probes, they are also with no stickers on them. In good condition. And also the different antennas on the belly of the airplane. All of them are all right. Now we check the slats, that they are in retracted position as we check up in the cockpit. The engine, it's okay, there are no leaks, and all the panels are flush. We also check that the refuel panels and the hydraulic panels are all flush. They are closed. Okay. Here we have more slats and flap fairings, that they are all in closed as they have to be. Here the engine number 4, it's the panels are closed. We have here, you can check here that they have a red color to be easily identified that they are closed. The different latches are in red, so that they are easy to check. The fan is good. All the blades seems in good condition. And here we check the overpressure test of the fuel tank. That it's we see a white cross to check that it's there. There has been no overpressure in the fuel system. The green navigation light is working properly. The electric probes are there, all of them are in good condition. And now we check the ailerons, that they are in a down position because there is no hydraulic supply. So it's normal that they are in this position. Okay. Here we have the jump, the jettison, tube. It's in good condition as well. And in this fairing, in this flap fairing, we have the ram air turbine. We can talk about it afterwards during the flight. Its panels are flash, and then we can talk about it, about its functions. If we have an emergency, what we use it for. Okay. Here we have the flaps. They are retracted, as we checked before, up in the cockpit. And now we check the landing gear, the right main gear. We check the wear of the wheels, and also we check the wear of the brakes, that they are not worn off. All of them are in good condition. We also check that there are no hydraulic leaks and no fuel leaks below the wing. We have here the center gear. We check the same in all of them, the wear of the wheels, the wear of the brakes. They are all good. No hydraulic leaks anywhere. We have here the refuel panel. It is open because we are still refueling the aircraft. The actual fuel on board now is 101 tons. We are refueling 116 tons. It will take around 5 to 10 minutes, and then it will be finished, the refueling. Now we continue walking clockwise around the aircraft. Now it is being loaded. Now we check the trimmable horizontal stabilizer, the THS. That is good, in good condition. We have here another overpressure fuel test. It's white cross. It is there. Now we have here the white navigation light that is working properly. And this is the APU area. The panels are, all the latches are closed. Now here we check the trimmable horizontal stabilizer is in the right position. You see there a test with ground set written on it. It is where the trimmable horizontal stabilizer goes after landing, and it remains in that position until we start the engines. Here we see the drain and the water system panels flash. Here we have an outflow, an outflow valve, which now is open because we are on the ground. And after we start the engines, it closes, and it is part of the pressurization system. So that the air inside the cabin is pressurized. Here we have the left flaps in an up position. And this panel open here is for air conditioning. So we have the APU now not working, so we need air conditioning for the passengers so that the condition in the inside the airplane is they have a normal temperature because it's hot out there. Out here we have here more static probes. They are clean, and the second outflow valve is open and clean and clear of any object. And finally, we have here another angle of attack probe. Okay. And a negative relief pressure valve, which is now closed, as it should be. Okay, everything seems all right. Now we go upstairs back to the cockpit to go on with the checks. Thank you.
Still Rafael, and we are already in the cockpit of our A340-600, and we will be ready to begin our ground operations in 12 minutes from now, approximately. Okay, so we are preparing the cockpit and everything, and we are set up all the aircraft to make a good takeoff, a good flight to Mexico. So, Javier, let me know when you're ready to check the flight plan.
Okay, I'm ready.
We made a check, cross-check of the waypoints of the MNPS and the flight plan. And now we need to check that those figures are correct. So what Javier have done is to press this side key and to check that the 390 North 390 Whiskey 20 corresponds to 390 North 20 West. Okay, he has done this completely, and now we are going to check track and distances between those waypoints. This is a complementary check, which is very important. Okay, so as always, from the glass to the paper. So you can begin whenever you want.
Okay.
So from Gunti to 390 North 20 West, please.
Yeah, the track from Gunti to 39 North 20 West is 278.
Correct.
Distance 234.
234.
Then to 36 North 30 West,
As
track 261. Distance 510.
correct.
To 33 North 40 West, track 265.
Correct.
Distance 527.
Exactly.
And to 31 North 50 West, track 275, distance 524.
Checked.
To 80, that it's coordinate 28 North 60 West, track 271, distance 553.
Okay. Okay, are you ready for a pre-flight briefing, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I will begin with the a normal takeoff. Then we will go through the emergency. Javier, you're going to be the pilot flying. Today we have A340-600, which means
76-meter long aircraft. So be careful with the rotation, so we don't scratch the tail. Okay, talking about the threat management. Let's see, the environment today is good. There are no weather threats like thunderstorms or fog or something like that. We have a beautifully outside. And talking about the crew, today we are 3. We have been rested. And talking about the airplane, well, they are changing the nose wheel right now because it has a deep cut, and this process is going to take about 10 minutes or so. After that, we will begin our ground operations. Besides that, there is no problem at all with the aircraft. So, normal takeoff, the runway in use will be runway 36 left, more than 4 kilometers long. It's dry, in good state, and after that, after the takeoff, we will perform the standard instrument departure. That will be Cáceres 1 Alpha X-ray. Do you mind to read it for me? Okay. Javier, please.
So, standard departure, Cáceres 1 Alpha X-ray. We have to proceed on magnetic track 002 to Mach Delta 016 point, waypoint.
Yes.
Right turn to Mach Delta 017.
That's the one.
Then left turn to Mach Delta 040. Left turn to Avila, and then left turn to Longa, and then to Cáceres.
Okay.
We have our remarks mandatory for our aircraft A340-600 and the Boeing 747.
Okay.
The minimum climb gradient 6.4%. That is no problem today. We have to cross the waypoint Mach Delta 016 at 3.
Put this in the shadow, please. Okay.
At the 3,600 minimums.
Okay.
And to cross Mach Delta 017 at the 4,300 minimums, and Mach Delta 040 at 8,000 minimum, and Avila at 12,000 minimum, Long at 13,000, and Cáceres the same at 13,000 minimum.
Okay. So if you agree, we could put, instead of 5,000 here, we could set 8,000 or whatever you want.
Okay, nice.
Just to make sure that we are going to cross those minimum altitudes in our SID today. Okay, so the taxi route from position 515, that is our gate today, will be Echo Alpha to the south, gate 12 to Bravo 4 or November 4, Bravo November 1, Zulu 3. That will be our takeoff position. Okay. We have a special procedure here of engine failure, which is company created, and I would like you to read it again because you are going to be the pilot flying. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, in the event of engine failure, we have to apply this procedure. So from the runway 36 left, we have to climb a maximum altitude of 4,000,
The shadow.
and
Okay.
we have to proceed on track, on runway track, runway 002 from the viewer 00 Yankee, and then at the 3 DMEs from 00 Yankee, turn left so as to intercept and proceed the radial 100 from Colmenar, Charlie Romeo viewer, and at DME 1 from Charlie November Romeo, we have to turn left so as to intercept and proceed outbound radial 231 of Colmenar viewer. At DMA 10 from Colmenar, again turn left so as to intercept and proceed QDM 170 straight to Golf Echo NDB, so to enter in the holding pattern.
Okay.
Maximum altitude 4,000.
Let me add that this procedure was created by Iberia because we cannot fly in the same direction where the mountains are, because we could have the risk of collision. So we have to avoid them by making this turn left, direct to Gulf. Okay. Okay. And now the abnormals. If we had an engine failure on the runway, I will call stop or go. Okay, well, I will call stop. Go only if we have something like puncture or tire burst close to the V1. Okay. In case we remain on the runway, I will set the throttles back to the idle position, activate the reverse, and you will check, please, the reverse green, and you will make the 80 knots announcement, and you will call the tower to have all the emergency equipment around us. Okay. In case we have a problem after the takeoff, you will climb up to the minimum altitude and at V2. Then you will retract the flaps according to our speeds, and after the aircraft is completely in the clean configuration, we will begin our ECAM procedures, which are the emergency procedures. I will use the radio until the very moment we begin with the ECAM action. So you will fly, navigate, and communicate, and I will handle all the ECAM procedures. Sami will be listen to us and taking care. Everything is happening as according to the procedure. Okay, Sami. Well, so this is the moment in which we can read the cockpit checklist, please.
Okay, nice. So, cockpit crew. Cockpit preparation.
Completed.
Completed gearpins and covers.
Removed.
Removed. Signs.
On and auto.
Emergency light.
On.
Adheres.
Nav.
Oxygen press.
Checked. We
Checked.
have now 1,244 psi's.
Oxygen max.
100.
100. Fuel quantity.
Fuel quantity is according to the flight plan 116,000 kilos, and they are balanced in their tanks.
Okay, cross checks and balance. Barrel ref.
Barrel ref is 1013. No,
17.
1017. 1017. Set and cross checked, and my altimeter reads almost 2,000. Is that correct?
Okay, 1,970.
Okay.
It's okay.
Right.
Briefing.
Briefing performed.
Cockpit feature list completed.
Okay. These are the figures of the load sheet. Okay. Mach of the zero fuel weight is 31.2. We have to run it till the closer figure, closer decimal. Although it reads 31 and 16.16, it should be, we write 31.2. Okay. And the zero fuel weight is today 229,204 minus 245. So it will be roughly 229.0.
Okay.
That's correct. So we are landing weight limited today, and the margin is almost 9.5 tons.
So the total, the takeoff weight, 344,000.
Okay.
0.1.
That's correct.
And the Mach 4 takeoff, Captain,
Is 28.4.
28.4.
So roughly, we are going to take off today with a weight of 345 tons which is far away from the 365 maximum, which is the limit of this aircraft today. And so you have the load sheet, so you can make your calculations. And please, Sammy, have you calculated the speeds?
Delivery Iberia C403, good morning.
Iberia 6403, yes, go ahead.
This is an Airbus A340-600, position 515, information Papa, destination Mexico. We are ready in 2 minutes.
Ya tenemos
Iberia
215.
6403, Roger, expect runway 36 left, destination,
Claro.
and your standard
Marca
departure is
220
Café
ahora.
Express, under 4507.
Vale, yo lo aviso.
Our runway use 36 left for us, standard departure Cáceres 1 Alpha X-ray, and squawk
Ya está con
457.
225.
Muy bien, comandante, gracias.
De nada. Avísame,
Iberia
Alberto, por favor, cuando esté
6403,
todo
read back,
listo.
call me back, fully ready.
The best configuration is configuration 3.
3
It
configurations.
gives
Okay.
us the best maximum takeoff weight of 382.5 tons.
Okay, that's the
And
performance
we-
takeoff weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And taking into consideration now 5 knots tailwind, we can have V1 147,
147,
VR 164,
164,
V2 174.
174. Flex takeoff,
Configuration
flex
3,
temperature,
flexible temperature 48
48.
for 348.4.
Okay, let me check it, please.
Yes.
Javier.
Delivery Iberia 6403, we are fully ready for pushback.
Iberia 6403, Roger, clear to start and call on frequency 12175 for pushback on sound 515.
Roger, clear for stand up and for push call 121.75, Iberia 6403. Good afternoon, Iberia 6403 on stand 515, ready for push.
603, when clear of Airbus A340-600 taxi behind you, southbound. Clear the traffic, you may push, stand 515, say south.
Okay. Behind the Airbus A340-600 behind us, clear for push on position 515.
Sí.
This is south, Iberia 6403.
Sí. Sí. Okay, brakes release and you may commence the pushback southbound, please. Before start checklist.
Before
please.
start, coordinated check,
Perform.
perform windows,
Closed.
close, doors,
Closed.
close, beacon,
On.
flash levers,
Idle.
parking brake,
Off.
ATC transponder,
Set.
cockpit door,
Close and locked. Starting number 1 and 2. Alberto, puesta en marcha motor número 1 y 2.
Libre el motor número 1.
Okay. Engine 1 start.
the start valve number 1 is open. It's okay.
Starting number 2.
Girando en 1 del 1.
Engine number 2,
Okay, in this aircraft I would like to tell you
Open.
that we start the engines, 2 engines at the same time, which turns to be like
Girando en 1 del 2.
twin. Muchas gracias.
Cabina de tierra.
Sí,
Por favor, por poner los frenos.
brake set
Gracias.
with pressure.
Vueling
We read now the after start checklist, if you are ready.
after start checklist, anti-ice protection,
Not required.
APU,
Off.
flaps,
3 green.
ACAN status, we
ACAN
have
status.
status,
Okay, it is checked.
and trims,
0 and 2.8 up approximately.
That is correct.
Okay.
After start
2 up is the correct figure.
after start checklist is completed.
Okay, let's check the flight controls. Are you ready?
Right. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full left on the spoilers.
Un momentito,
Full
Alberto.
right on the spoilers.
La puesta en marcha ha sido correcta. Ya puedes
Neutral.
retirar todo y nos das una señal por la izquierda. ¿Está correcto?
Sí, comandante, buen vuelo y hasta pronto. Le va al libre y salida por la izquierda.
Muchas gracias por todo. Adiós.
Right.
And the rudder is left. Okay.
Iberia
Brother, to the left.
463.
Right.
Comunica ya
Neutral.
1807 hasta ahora.
1807, Iberia 6463. Hasta luego.
Okay. First, we request permission for taxiing, and then we will arm the
Yeah, ground
slides.
Iberia 6403. Ready to taxi.
6403, taxi via gate 12, November, Zulu 3.
Gate 12, November, Zulu 3.
Okay.
Emirates 141.
What we know so far is that the taxi route is exactly as
Alpha to the right, stand 5.
as we told before.
Good day,
Okay.
141.
Now, after taxi, please,
After
is
the-
already on
After
slides, please.
the slides are armed, we check.
Okay.
It's clear by the right
Clear.
hand side.
Okay, we begin our taxiing. Okay. We need to increase slightly the power to move this 345-ton aircraft today. Once the aircraft is moving, we can retard the throttles back to the idle position, and before turning, we will check the brakes. Brakes.
Okay, brakes.
Right, left.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see the 36 left runway, 00 Yankee, and then Golf Echo, and the headings are
Uh-huh.
okay. I can't see any red flags.
Is the area clear?
It's clear.
Okay.
La primera Zulu.
This aircraft is so long that we need this camera to help us make the turns on the runway, on the taxiways and runways. Well, it was the longest till the appearance of the 747-800, which is now the longest aircraft by 1 meter, only 1 meter. This is 75 meters long, and the other one is, I think, 76. The A380 is 73. Taxi checklist.
Taxi checklist. Flight controls.
Checked.
Check slides.
Armed.
Instrument departure.
Pues catheters 1 alpha X-ray loaded.
Catheters 1 alpha X-ray loaded.
Yes, I think it would be better to have performance over there and flight plan over here. Okay.
Flight instruments.
Flight instruments checked.
Check. Briefing.
Confirmed.
And take
Yeah.
off data. V147, VR 164, V2 174. We have a flexible temperature for takeoff of 48.
Mm-hmm.
No directed for the time being. Power
Well,
after climb and 13,000. The gross weight 344,000 pounds. The CG 28.1 and flashes 3. Taxi checklist completed.
thank you. We will wait for the takeoff clearance. And after that, you will see how Javier is handling the aircraft. I know that you know that this aircraft hasn't any control wheel. We have 2 side sticks that they are not connected to each other, and they make the flight very pleasant. And I will take the opportunity to explain to you some flight characteristics of this aircraft, this fly-by-wire aircraft. Fly-by-wire means fly by electrical wire, because there were metallic cables in the in old-fashioned airplanes.
Iberia
Well.
3176, viento calma, autorizado a despegar 36 izquierda. Autorizado a despegar 36
Okay. The previous flight is having It's takeoff clearance, so it is time to line up. Before takeoff items, below before and after that, before takeoff checklist. Okay.
Okay, before takeoff items. Before takeoff checklist, takeoff runway.
36 left, confirm.
Confirm. Cabin crew.
Ready and advised.
TCAS.
TA array.
Engine start selector.
Normal.
Packs.
Off.
And ECAN memo.
Take off. No blue.
All green flash 3 before takeoff checklist completed.
Okay.
Iberia 3176, comuniquen 3117, hasta luego.
3117, gracias, 3176.
After 10 minutes.
Iberia 6403, viento calma, autorizado a despegar, 36 izquierda.
Clear for takeoff runway 36 left, Iberia 6402.
Okay. Is everyone ready? Ready. So we got the takeoff clearance. I will increase the power a little bit once the power is equal in all our engines. Okay, I will pass the aircraft to you. To you.
I have control.
Take off. Manual flex, SRS.
Manual flex 48, SRS. Auto thrust blue.
Checked. Power set. Everything is normal. $100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Nav.
Now. $400 feet.
Autopilot.
6403.
Autopilot 2.
131.175 today.
Are you?
No problem.
131.175, Iberia 6403.
Lights out.
Autopilot 2 on command.
Autopilot 2.
Madrid, this is Iberia 6403 heavy. Passing 3000 up to 13,000.
Iberia 6403, buenos días, and ready contact, climb flight level 160.
Roger, climb flight level 160, Iberia 6403.
160. Climb power.
Okay.
Thrust climb. Auto thrust.
Thrust climb, auto thrust checked.
Okay, pack 1, please.
Well, I wasn't aware of the wind on the runway, but now we have about 5 to 8 knots southerly, southeasterly. Okay, what about the 8,000 constraint?
No problem.
We will be there
At
at 8,300. After passing Mike Delta 040, we will set derated 2.
Okay,
Correct?
nice.
We have taken off from runway 36 left and we are performing the instrument departure, which is a PR now. That means that we
Iberia 3176, llame 184, hasta luego.
184,
the authorities
gracias,
require us
3176.
to use the autopilot, because otherwise well, we could make some mistake, human mistake, and the only way to minimize this is by using the autopilot. So the use of autopilot is compulsory.
Flaps 1, please.
Speed checked. Flaps 1. I would like to show you again another feature of this airplane, this terrain or navigation display. It allows us to be aware of the surrounding mountains and so on. Madrid control, this is Iberia 6403 heavy, passing 8,600 feet up to flight level 160.
Iberia 6403, radar contact is cleared.
Roger.
Okay, you can check solid
Yes.
directed climb 2, please.
Yes, durated climb 2, thank you very much. D2,
Auto
durated
retract.
climb 2. So this is a way to flap out the retract. When we set derated climb 2, what we get is a aware reduction of the engine, because we reduce the thrust, but only momentarily. At about 25,000 feet or so, the thrust is almost the same without derated climb. Okay, I think it's a moment to switch off the landing lights and the seat belts fastened sign. Gonti 340.
Llegamos en hora, ¿eh?
Pero es porque vamos a volar a 290, espera un poquito.
So 210.
210 blue. When we press this button, what we get here is a picture of the outside world. If we see green, okay, there is no problem, because everything is below the aircraft altitude. The lightest part is about 3,400 feet. The darkest part is at 8,600. So because we are flying at 20,000, we have no problem. But this is very useful and practical when we fly in the mountainous terrain, because it allows you to be aware of the surroundings and the altitudes and so on. Okay, because we don't need it now, I switch it off, and let's talk about many other things. For instance, we have been asked about our cruising altitude. Okay, we have set for the moment 29,000 feet, flight level 290. The computer has calculated that 33,000 is our optimum, and the maximum could be 35,300, more or less. So we have requested 33,000, and let's see if we get it. This is a synoptic representation of the flight controls. Okay, this is the left aileron, the high-speed aileron, the low-speed on the other hand. This is a low-speed aileron, the high-speed aileron, and the same on the other hand. These letters, those letters represent the hydraulic fitting for every actuator, for every hydraulic actuator. Okay, those are the spoilers, which are retracted now, of course, because they increase the drag tremendously. And those are the computers, the prim 1, 2, and 3, the secondaries 1 and 2. This is the elevator, the pitch trim, and the which is now set at 2.2 degrees up, and the elevators, left elevator, right elevator, and their actuators, named by the letter of the hydraulic that that is fitting correspondingly. Finally, this is the rudder. The rudder and those small brackets represent the whole travel of the limiter, the rudder limiter. Let's talk about a little bit of the oceanic clearance. As I told you before, when we dispatch the flight, this is our route, and it is a random route. We need a special clearance to fly this route. So we can get this clearance by two means. By means of the voice radio, or we can use the CPDLC. CPDLC means Controller Pilot Data Link Communication. Okay, we have a special dedicated display over here with this keyboard interface. We use the same keyboard for the flight than for the oceanic clearance. Okay, so we have requested an oceanic clearance by means of the ACARS or CPDLC, and what we got is this. I will print it just to show you how is the message built. We have a mask in which we set these parameters. The flight, which is Iberia 6403, the entry point, which is Gunti, the time we expect to cross it, 1307 Zulu time, the requested Mach number, which is 82, as you may remember, and the flight level requested is 340, 34,000 feet. Our cell call is Alpha Sierra Charlie Mike. This is a special feature we have here, which is the selective call. It is compulsory to use it when we cross the Atlantic, because we use HF communications, and because it's so noisy, we have to perform a circle check just to be aware of this noise. Okay, so, but with this request, we let them know that we request everything, all these parameters, and the first answer is automatic, and it says, oceanic message request received at time this day. If no clearance within 15 minutes, revert to voice procedure, end of message. So, because this message was sent at 12:25 Zulu time, and it's now 12:28, in 12 minutes from now, we will be able to receive this clearance. Okay. So, now we are going to introduce a time constraint in our flight plan, which is 12:25 plus 15, 12:40. 12:40. Okay, so this is a reminder to help us remember that if we don't have the clearance by that time, 12:40, we have to revert to voice procedure and call them by HF to have the oceanic clearance. Okay, thank you very much. And I would like to add something about the what we call FANS, Future Air Navigation. Okay, imagine this is the Earth, part of the Earth. Okay, a representation of the globe. Okay, imagine this is Spain, Africa, Europe, and so on. Okay, every time we fly over here, there is no problem. Why? Because there are plenty of radars. So each radar has a coverage which makes us completely control all the way. So there is no need to have something like this controller pilot data link communications and so on. But if this is the Atlantic Ocean, we don't have any radar over here. So, but the traffic has increased in so many airplanes around this ocean that we need to have been to be controlled in some way. So ICAO, Eurocontrol, and so on has created what we call the Future Air Navigation System, which is composed by mainly by two things. One is the controller pilot data link communication, which could be considered like a radio, because we have some pre-formatted messages over here. We can request altitude, speeds, and so on. So almost everything a pilot can ask for is inside this, those masks. And on the other hand, we have the ADS, the automatic dependent surveillance. It is automatic, it is dependent because it depends on what we send, and its surveillance is not a radar, but it was almost like a radar. But the main advantage of this ADS it is that it has only the 10% of the cost of a radar. So in the next future, we're going to see that this ADS is set worldwide. Okay, so we are not alone anymore of the Atlantic Ocean. So we have some surveillance, and we can call the controller whenever we want. Okay, so the interface is this. We call it the ATSU. And this is the keyboard. Okay.
Iberia 6403, Roger, you are released for higher, contact Lisboa 128.9, bom dia.
Roger, 128.9, Iberia 6403.
One 120.6.
120.6, boa tarde, obrigado e bom trabalho. Ficava nessa voo.
Portugal 1822, Lisboa 120.6, boa tarde.
106 é Portugal 1822, boa tarde, obrigado.
Air Source 123, climb to flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Air Source 123.
Lisboa Control, Iberia 6403, heavy flight level 310, ready to climb 330 at any time.
Iberia 6403, radar contact, flight level 310.
Roger, maintain 310, and for your information, we don't have the oceanic clearance yet.
Roger.
Well, just in time we have received the oceanic clearance, and just before we received another message, we had to choose between flight level 330 or 350, because 340 our requested flight level was not available. So the oceanic clearance says that the clearance was issued at 12:40. That's the reason why I said just in time, because it was the limit. From Santa Maria, the clearance number 204. Iberia 6403 is clear to Mexico via Gunti. As you can see, there are 3 pages in total, 2 more pages. Page 2 is random route, Gunti, 39 on north. Our confirmation will follow, okay. 39 on north, 20 west, is that correct? Clearance confirmed. Okay. 39 on north, 20 west, correct? 39 on north, 20 west. 36 north, 30 west. 36 north, 30 west. 33 north, 40 west. 33 north, 40 west. 31 north, 50 west. 35 north, 50 west. IT. From Gunti, 1307, maintain Mach 82, flight level 350. ATC level change. After passing IT, follow. After passing IT, follow flight plan, route. End of message. Okay, we can print. Have you printed it already? Okay, we can close it. there is oceanic message acknowledged received. Okay, Javier sent it already, so they know that we have received the oceanic clearance, and the clearance is confirmed. This is an important step. Please answer.
Climb to flight level 350.
I'm now flight level 350, Iberia 6403.
Okay, climb now, flight level 350. Okay, everyone, we are approaching Gunti, which is the entry point of the MNPS, and we have been told by Lisboa that we need to contact Santa Maria, which is the area we are going to enter now, that we are here, and to perform the cell code check. Okay, so now we set in the primary frequency, which is 8825. If we need to call them, tell them who we are, and what is the exit point of Santa Maria area, which is 3040 West. You can see the boundary between Santa Maria and New York Oceanic FIR. And then we will perform a cell call check. Okay, so first we have to wait until there is no one in the frequency.
After Mills, Victor, Lima, Victor, Air Transat 399.
Air Transat 399, the readback was
And we need to be ready to write down all the frequencies we are going to get from Santa Maria. Because at 40 West,
call me back over detox.
we need to call New York. And Santa Maria is going to provide us with the frequencies.
Call me
Okay.
back over detox for position report.
Okay, call you back, detox, Air Transat 399.
Santa Maria.
Santa Maria, Iberia 6403 on 8825.
Hey, better 6403, good afternoon, CBDLC, New York, the next. No voice reports are required in Santa Maria.
Now it's a little busy. It's a little bit busy this time.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's 6463.
17952 or 13354, cell call coming up.
Cell call is very useful for pilots in this area. Ah, no.
Okay, Santa Maria, this is Iberia 6403. Cell code check is positive. At 40 West, New York, 17952, 13354. There's no need to make voice reports. Iberia 6403.
A very funny thing happened, and because I haven't finished to tell Santa Maria who we were when I called them, and all of a sudden they replied with the whole message, and I wasn't sure if it was for Iberia 6463, which is a very confusing name, because we are 6403. And on the other hand, when we got the cell call check, I knew it was for us. So everything now is perfect. We don't need to make any HF call to Santa Maria, and if we need to tell them something, for instance, if we request a higher level or increase in our cruising regime or something like that, we can use the CPDLC, the Controller Pilot Data Link Communication. Okay, so we are approaching Gunti, and we are going to make to annotate this at Gunti. This is the flight plan. The flight plan is a very important document we carry today, and well, we carry every day. But in a long-haul flight, it is very important because it allows us to make sure that we don't lose any fuel. So, because at every point we check the flight level, the outside temperature, the wind, the time of the we fly over the point, and we check the fuel figures, the consumption, the fuel burnt, and the fuel remaining. Okay, So, as an example, you can see we flew a beam Elva, which was the previous point, and we flew at 310. We are now at 350. And those were the temperature, the wind, and it was according to the flight plan. We flew it at 23, and 23 was the previous calculation. And we burned 300 kilos more of fuel, and that's because we climb at a higher altitude, so we needed more fuel than the 290, because we climbed to 310, and now we are flying at 350. So in the next few hours we're going to recover this fuel, this burnt fuel. Okay, so let's wait a little bit until we are over Gunti, and then we will write down the next figures. Now we are overflying Gunti, 1.5 nautical miles, which is in a few seconds, and we make the corresponding annotations here over here. Gunti, flight level 350. Outside temperature is minus 49. The wind is 112 at 18, 112 at 18, slightly lighter than expected, but on the other hand, it is measured at 350 instead of 330, so this could explain the difference. The time is 13:07, which is a delay of 1 minute, and the fuel consumption is 17,400. 17,400. So that means we lost 100 kilos more than the previous recording. And the remaining fuel is 97.7. Okay, so what matters here is this figure. How is the consumption compared to the calculated by the flight plan? And for the moment, we are losing some fuel, but it doesn't matter. It is explained because we climbed higher than expected, and so we used more fuel. But in the next few hours, we will be gaining some. This figure will be reduced until 0, and then we will increase our saving, because our weight today is about 1 ton less than the expected. And you see, 345 tons compared to 346.4. Okay. This.
So, Captain, as
yes.
we are entering on the MPS,
okay,
we can select an offset to right, nautical miles out. Okay, inserting 2 nautical miles to the right.
Okay, let's add to Javier is saying that because we have entered the MNPS, and this airspace is also reduced vertical separation minima, in other words, RVSM, we need to perform heading check, an altimeter check, and also we separate from the center line. I will explain this. Because of the precision of modern navigation systems, the probability of having a trouble, a collision airborne, is so great that this on purpose. We separate 1 or 2 miles from the center line, and the opposite traffic makes the same. So the chance of collide in the air is reduced to a minimum. So that's the reason why we fly 2 nautical miles right off the center line. Okay, if everyone does the proper way, there will be no need to do this. But because error is human, anyone can mistake the flight level or so on. So we need to do this, and almost everyone does. We are approaching now the next waypoint in of the Atlantic Ocean, which is at 39 north, 20 west, And as you can see over here, we are approaching the Azores area. Okay, because they have radar over here. We don't need the ADS anymore. Anyway, the ADS is still connected. We have just received this message: monitor Santa Maria control 132.132.15, which is this frequency. We don't need to call them, we just monitor them. And the squawk 4507, which is the transponder code, we had on this on our set. Okay, so we can close it, and now we can see how things are going on. For instance, well, we need about 2 more minutes to reach 20 west, but what we know already is that we are flying at flight level 350. Again, the outside temperature is minus 47. You can see minus 47 is very close to minus 46 because the intended flight level was 340, and we are at 350, so the difference is minimal. Now, wind 35627. 35627. One could tell that this figure is not very close to that one, and I agree. Okay, but having in account that this flight plan was prepared about 6 hours ago, there could be some mismatches, some glitches, some differences. But once we approach a jet stream, the figures are very, very close. So, 9 miles left, and this is the estimated time over 39020 west at 35. And because we are going to overfly at that time, we can set it 35. That means a delay of 1 minute. And the fuel, well, you can see that 21,800 kilos is very close to 21,700. Now let's wait a little bit. Now we have 29.9er almost. 21.9er. And we are practically over the waypoint. You can see the moving map. 39020 west is moving. It's moving fast. So 22,000 minus 300. That means that we have been able to save 100 kilos. That's good news. And the remaining fuel is 935. There is no problem. We see some difference between this figure and that one. Why? Because some of the fuel is in the manifold. It's let's say lost in the manifold. We'll recover it after landing. And that's all for the moment. I would like to take this opportunity to talk about TICAS, because we have another traffic on our right hand side. As you can see, this mark represents the range of the TICAS. Now at 10 nautical miles there is a traffic climbing 100 feet above us, still climbing, and we could see it maybe over there. Well, it's not very easy. Yes, the traffic is inside. Javier is pointing at it right now, and who would say that in the middle of the ocean we had to be to deviate about 10 degrees to the left, as requested by Santa Maria, to avoid another traffic. So first time for me. So if we set this to bigger range, for instance 80 miles, we can see another traffic over here, which is almost 60 miles away. It is climbing. It is 3,600 feet below us, and it is
not representing any problem to us for the moment. And you know that if a traffic comes into a protected area, you got a message, which is a traffic advisory. Synthetic voice says something like traffic, traffic. Okay, if it requires us to look outside, trying to find this traffic, and if this traffic penetrates even further in our closest protection area, then it triggers a resolution advisory. Resolution advisory, which could be climb or monitor vertical speed or something like that. Okay, so who developed this? Well, in the early 80s, there was an awful, terrible accident in California, in Los Cerritos. Suddenly, a Air Mexico aircraft collided with the ground, and they didn't know what happened in that accident. And when the investigation teams tried to recover some bodies and so on, they found another aircraft below that one. So they realized at that very moment that two aircraft collided in the air. So the American Congress tried to improve the air safety by installing in our aircraft this kind of traffic collision and avoidance system, what we call TICAS. And this is very useful and very useful tool for pilots, but has to be used properly. Otherwise, it could end in another accident. This happened in Switzerland, in the southern Switzerland, because two aircraft collided over there, DHL 757 and Tupolev, with Russian children coming to Spain. So that's all for the moment.
The runway is now clearly seen on the right-hand side.
Okay, folks, we are here again after having lunch, and I would like to tell you something about this point, which is depicted here in our route, which reads EFP. That means equal fuel point. Okay, and this point is the point. Is away. The same quantity of miles is the same distance away from Miami than Azores, than Santa Maria, which means that if we have, for instance, a problem like an engine failure or depressurization, we could fly in this very point either to Santa Maria or Miami. Logically, if the problem becomes apparent before this point, we must go to Santa Maria. And if it's after, we must go to Miami. Otherwise, we would have no fuel enough to reach our destinations. So,
besides this point, which is the farthest point in our chart, we have another one, which is in between Miami and Cancun in Mexico, and another one between Cancun and the city of Mexico Distrito Federal District. And that's because in case we have a depressurization, we are not able to reach any other airports. So we need to know in advance the amount of fuel we need to go to these airports. And to know where we are in every point, we use the equi-time point feature here in our MCDU. And now we are between Madrid and Miami. And the ETP location is at 31 north, 50 west approximately, minus 421.6 nautical miles. So we need about 443 miles to reach it, and it will occur at 15:52. That means in 41 minutes from now. So if everything goes wrong, we need to turn 180 degrees and go back to Madrid. Okay. What if this aircraft, instead of an A340, was an A330? Okay, an A330 is a twin-engine aircraft. I mean, it has only 2 engines, and the regulations are completely different than a quad like this one. In a 2-engine aircraft, you have to be at least 180 minutes from any airport in our route. So you can imagine that some routes in the ocean, over the ocean, cannot be flown, because otherwise you won't be able to reach those alternates in flight. But because we don't have an A320 yet, it is coming next January, we are not very proficient in ETOPS, which is the extended twin operations, and but that will happen in a few months. And that's all for the moment. Thank you very much for listening. Tonight I would like to tell you something about how an Airbus aircraft flies. Okay. First of all, I would like to tell you something about static stability or dynamic stability. Imagine, for instance, a bowl and a marble. Okay. If you put a marble over here and you move it sideways and you release it, the marble will make some oscillations, and finally it would remain in this place. This is what we call a stable situation. Let's imagine we turn the ball upside down and we put the marble over here. If we touch the marble, what would happen is the marble would go down rapidly. So this is an unstable situation. Okay. What if we have a table and we put a marble on it? If we move the marble, it would remain in the same position as we release it. Okay. This is an indifferent. So it is not stable nor unstable situation. So it is a neutral stability. Okay. Well, something similar happened with aircraft. Okay. Imagine an aircraft. We have several forces actuating in an aircraft. Lift, that counteracts weight. Thrust, which counteracts drag. Okay. Well, if we look closer to aerodynamic profile, what we can see is that the center of gravity of the airplane is over here, and the center of pressure, which is the point in which lift applies, is over here. So this pair of forces creates a moment, a pitch down moment. So you can imagine this wing tends to go down. So in every aircraft, we need to have a counteracting force, which is accomplished by the elevator, which makes a downwash force, which makes this go upwards in the same amount than the wing is going downwards. So this creates a stable situation in flight. Okay. The more stable the airplane, the more difficult to handle. Why? Because it's very difficult to get the airplane outside this stable moment or stable situation, because it's very tough to move the control surfaces. On the other hand, a unstable aircraft is difficult to control. Why? Because the forces to apply in the control surfaces are so light that even without or even with the small amount of force, the aircraft becomes unstable. The situation is like the marble with the ball upside down. Okay, so when we fly, we look for a compromise. There is always a trade-off between stability and controllability. This is accomplished in all airplanes with artificial feelings, artifacts, or maybe with hydraulic systems and yaw dampers, etc. In Airbus aircraft, because they have a fly-by-wire architecture, they act as a neutral stability situation like this one, and when you move the control surfaces, the aircraft remains in that position for the short term. So you have enough controllability and neutral stability. So it's very, very easy to fly an Airbus aircraft. And this is useful too for approaches, and also the aircraft response is constant throughout the whole flight envelope, which is very good for pilots, because the aircraft response is the same even though you fly higher when the aircraft have some problems. Well, those are basic notions about how Airbus aircraft fly. Thank you.
Okay, what was this?
We have reached the 40 degrees west point, and as I told you before, we have been able to regain this, to save this amount of fuel. So now the fuel burnt is 41 tons, 0.5, equal to the calculated. So from now on, what we're going to see is an improvement in fuel saving. Okay, and because we are over the boundary between Santa Maria and New York, we have to call New York to tell them that we are CPDLC and to perform a cycle check, because we are on a different frequency. Okay, so I press the HF2 button and I call New York. I take the pencil, just in case they tell me to something to write down.
Number 1335 over 18 north 50 west 1537 and 360, 15 north 60 west 1656. Foxtrot Oscar Foxtrot is next, Mach decimal 80.
The frequency is busy now, so we have to wait a little bit.
57 west, 57 degrees west. Contact Piarco Center on VHF 123.7. Go ahead. 5570, contact the aircraft control 127, 123.7, contact 1335. Question, that's going to be 57 west, 57 degrees west. Okay, 57 west, contact the aircraft control in 123.7, contact 1335. Roger, that's all correct, and just maintain this frequency as your primary, sir, until then.
New York, Iberia 6403 on 179.52.
This is Iberia 6403 calling here?
That's correct. We are CPDLC. The exit point is Millie, and next ATC is Miami. Cell code Alpha Sierra Charlie Mike, over.
Iberia 6403 New York CPDLC exiting with Miami today at position Millie. Push reports are not going to be required, sir. This will be your primary. My backup is on 13354 at 60 west, 60 west. Change for a cell call check with New York. Primary will be on 13297. Backup 11396. Your cell call.
Negative cell call, please try again.
No problem, just stand by. Alpha Sierra Charlie Mike coming up for you.
Cell call check positive. No voice reporters required and your frequency. Secondary is 13354 and at 60 west for cell call check. Primary 132 decimal, correction, 132.907. Secondary 113.906, over.
That's all correct, sir. Have a good flight.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, good day.
Okay, we have made the cell call check. Everything is correct. We are in contact CPDLC with New York. Yeah, here you can see that the ADS connection is with Kilo Zulu Whiskey Yankee, which is New York. Okay, in the CPDLC is New York too. So we are happy.
Delta 1626, clear direct cursor. Delta 1626, contact Miami Center 128.17.
Hello again. As we are approaching Mexico, which is 2 hours away, and the fuel is beginning to drain from the trim tank to the wing tanks, I think it's a very good moment for Sammy to explain to you how this system works. Okay, so how the system works, excuse me.
Okay, yes. The Airbus 340 has an interesting characteristic which consists of fuel transfer forward and aft so that the center of gravity moves towards an optimum one. The fuel management system has got two computers which control the fuel from the inner or center tank to the trim tank inside the trimmable horizontal stabilizer, and the computer calculates an optimum target center of gravity, taking into account the actual gross weight. So it moves the fuel back to the aft to the trim tank or forward to the inner or center tank, looking for an optimum center of gravity, and therefore the standby one.
Iberia 6403 heavy.
Iberia 6403, good afternoon. Minor contact, maintain flight
And as I told you before, when we fly close to the optimum center of gravity, what we get is that the drag reduces, so that the fuel consumption reduces as well. And it's a good point of the Airbus 340, because the fuel consumption reduces from 1% to almost 2%, depending on the model. So, flight by flight, an hour after an hour, it's a good point.
Thank you very much, Sammy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
As you may have seen less than 1 minute ago, we crossed with another traffic that was flying at 1,000 feet above us, but exactly on the same line. So that's precise navigation. Well, everyone uses a GPS right now, and not only cars, but planes as well. And it gives us the precision we need to cross the Atlantic Ocean and so on. But in this area, fortunately, we have radar, so there is no need to perform this slop procedure, the offset we did over the Atlantic Ocean. So the other aircraft saw us, of course, and sometimes controllers told the pilots to be aware of the traffic, even though they are not going to affect us or they affect them in any way, but just in case, not to be worried about. We take this relaxed moment to comment the approach briefing. Okay. Now I'm going to use my iPad, which is not, official tool, but it is very useful for us. And besides, we have all the paper over here, so we don't have any problem. And it's up to date. As I was telling you 1 minute ago, this information is up to date. It is provided by Iberia, and we are in the process of testing it. And some volunteer pilots receive this update every 15 days or so. And it's very easy to upload the information and download the information the company is providing us. And although it's the official paper is carried on board, we can use it just to comment this. Okay, so what we have today is the DATUL arrival, which you can see, DATUL to Alpha arrival from DATUL. At this point, we have to cross it at 280 knots, flight level 300. Then we will proceed to Lucia, which is a VOR. And before that, we have to cross this waypoint, which is 30 nautical miles away from Lucia. There is a window, altitude window. We have to cross it between flight level 230 and 250. Okay, and then we proceed to Lucia VOR. There is another altitude window, as you can see over here, 130 minimum, 160 maximum, and from here to Mateo. Okay. From Mateo VOR, we'll leave this VOR on heading 160 at 160 knots also, and the minimum altitude will be 120,000. Okay, until this radial 249 from Mexico VOR. So, in our radio navigation page, I said Mexico, okay, and Mateo, because we need these two radio aids. Once we are here in the radial 249, we can make the final turn to Plaza, which is the
ILS DME 4.5. And as you can see, experienced pilots would appreciate that the this turn to final is very close to the runway. So, because the high elevation of Mexico, which is 7,306 feet, the ground speed is about 170 knots approximately, although the indicated airspeed is about 150. So, there is a chance to overshoot this turning, so we have to be very aware of what we are doing in this place. Okay, after landing on runway 05 right, we will proceed to our parking gate. In case we perform a go-around because of the thunderstorms or the lack of visibility or whatever, we will have to proceed on radial 053 from Mexico to DME 9, which is this point, and then make a left turn to Lucia again and enter the hold, take up the hold, and or by ATC, which is written over here. Okay, so let's review this in our MCDU. As you may remember, the tool is at flight level 300, 280 knots. From there to 30 nautical miles from Lucia, between 230, 250, 250 knots. Then Lucia, between 130, 160, well, 13,000 and 16,000, 220 knots. Mateo, 160 knots, 120, 1,000, and let's decrease the range. Okay, radial 249 at 9,700 feet, turning to Plaza, which is, well, it seems to be garbled. Everything is over here, but now you can see better. This is the intercept point, and this is Plaza. And from Plaza, which has to be crossed at 8,760 feet, as you can see over here, we will land on runway 05 right. Previously, I have checked the go-around, the route of the go-around, which is straight ahead until 9 DME from Mexico, which is our flyover point. Then Lucia, and hold over Lucia at 120,000. Okay. And the, do you think I have forgotten anything? Have I forgotten anything? No.
You want to review the taxi to the gate?
Okay. The taxi. Airport layout. We will land on runway 05, right? Which is this one. It has, well, the asphalt part is 3,985 meters long, but because the threshold is displaced about 455 meters, our landing distance available today is 3,530 meters. Okay, so I made some calculations, and we need today 3,500 feet. 3,500 meters to stop the airplane with auto brake in low position. Later on, I will explain something about the auto brake. We will probably be leaving the runway 05 right by Foxtrot, and then we will wait over here until runway 05 left is clear of traffic. Then we'll be allowed to cross runway 05 left and via Bravo to Terminal 1. And in Terminal 1 we're going to park in the parking 22, which is over here. Well, fortunately, if everything goes correctly and properly. And let me talk a little bit about the auto brake. The auto brake is a function of the airplane that allows us to forget about manual braking and we can preset a deceleration target, which could be low, 2, 3, 4, or high. I mean, every step, of course, increases the strain of the braking and reduces the distance. So today, we only need low. So I will set low. And later on, we are in the landing process, you could see that there is a light which illuminates, telling us that the deceleration process is working properly. So we could see just decel in blue.
Contact Cabana Sender 135.1.
Okay, thanks very much. You guys have a great day. See you next time, American 9104.
You too, sir. Good day.
Have you seen this magnificent cloud? Well, this is a vertical developed cloud. It is called cumulonimbus or tavirion cumulus. Do you remember what I told you before about stability? It can be applied also to the atmosphere. So the normal temperature gradient in a standard international standard atmosphere is 2 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet, which means that at sea level we have 15 degrees Celsius. At 36,000 we have minus 55 or so. So if we fly in an area where the temperature is well below 55, below freezing, we could have unstable atmosphere. So it is very prone to produce this kind of clouds. On the other hand, if we have a very hot and humid surface, because the sun heating, it is very probable to have this hot and humid air coming upwards, especially if there is some breeze or some wind pushing this mass of air against a mountain. So this acts as a catapult, and you can see over the Sierras and mountains this kind of clouds, which are called towering cumulus or cumulonimbus. Today in Mexico, we expect some thunderstorms that are produced by cumulonimbus. Hopefully, I hope we don't have any cumulonimbus today, but we will see. I will tell you later. Okay, thank you.
Iberia 6403, contact Mérida 125.2.
125.2. Bye, thank you, Iberia 6403. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Mérida Center, good afternoon.
Yes.
Iberia 6403, flight level 400.
Iberia 6403, Mérida Center, good afternoon, radar contact.
Thank you. Mexico Center, good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Iberia 6403, flight level 400.
Iberia 6403, Iberia 6403, on radar contact, maintain 400.
We'll maintain 400, flight level Iberia 6403. Yes, go ahead for Iberia 6403.
Fly heading 280.
Heading 280, Iberia 6403.
MEX 594 México.
Adelante 594.
El rumbo 290 a la radial 340 de Lucía.
290 rumbo a la 340 Lucía, Aeroméxico 594.
Citrus 34 climb, maintain flight level 310.
Set 310 for Citrus 34.
Affirmative.
310 Citrus 34.
2901 Interior Centro México.
Estación llamando México.
Centro México es el 2901 Interjet. Si fuera posible, no es posible volar al rumbo 280 por una formación. Solicitamos rumbo 270, unas 25 millas más, y posteriormente al rumbo que usted nos diera para la 360, perdón, de Lucía.
Interjet 2901 informa cuando pueda volar al borde de Lucía.
Ahora, a la presente podemos volar a Lucía, 2901.
Ok, vuela al rumbo 230, mantenga 320. Estación llamando México.
10 grados más, tenemos el 280, estamos solicitando el 290.
¿La Aeroméxico 594?
534, Aeroméxico 534.
534 autorizado.
Autorizado, Aeroméxico 534.
Correcto, y cuando posible al rumbo 1270. Mex 534, ¿cuántas millas puede volar al rumbo 290?
Okay. A decent checklist, please. Ponte el okay. Briefing, perform.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Check. Landing and runway data.
Confirm.
Minimum safe altitude.
Checked.
Descent checklist completed.
Muy bien.
Mexico Iberia 6403, we request a descent.
Iberia 6403, descend and maintain flight level 300.
Down flight level 300, Iberia 6403.
Okay. So, because we are flying, heading, open descent.
Thrust idle, open descent, flight level 300.
Hopefully we will be, well, I don't know. We are going to cross some part of that cloud, but it has no reflection. So,
any chance of direction, Charlie Victor Mike Victoria?
Yes, approved.
Yes.
Flight direct.
Very good
Thank
advice.
you, Charlie Victor.
Engine
Charlie Victor
anti-ice
Mike,
on.
514 Delta.
Yes, sir. Maintain 290.
290, Delta 514. Mexico
To avoid weather.
6403, we request heading 250 to avoid weather.
Approved. Iberia 6402, flight direct to that tool.
Direct that tool, thank you, gracias, Iberia 6403.
Mex 534, inicio descenso vía la llegada.
Autorizado,
Now,
Aeroméxico 534, la llegada.
Descent.
Iberia 6403, descend and maintain flight level 300.
Down flight level 300, Iberia.
For the third time.
Buenas tardes, Mexico AC 4590-370.
AC 4590, maintain flight level 300.
Delta 514, we'd like to deviate about 20 degrees to the left.
Deviation left approved.
Thank you, sir. And whenever we'd like higher as well.
Stand by for higher. Sierra Lima Golfo México.
Adelante, señor.
Símetro en México 3031.
3031, señor, gracias.
Sierra Lima Golfo, llame terminal MEX 129.6.
29.6.
Same as Lima 2147.
Solicitando volar rumbo 230 por condición. Martes 15, contacto, radar 36 millas de Pachuca, mantén unos 6.000 pies, decisiones autorizadas. Laura 24.
Delta México, buenas tardes, base 3151, nivelado 340 en Altoco. Delta 514, go ahead.
Plan maintain flight level 360.
Climb to 360, Delta 514.
Iberia 6403, Iberia 6403, cross Lucia at 13,000, 13,000.
Cross Lucia
down 13,000, Iberia 6403.
Yes, and reduced to 270 knots.
Reducing 270 knots, Iberia 6403. Mexico approach, good afternoon, Iberia 6403, descending 13,000 with information Lima.
Roger, Iberia 6403, radar Canton, reduce your speed to 250 knots.
The speed 250, Iberia 6403.
We request heading 175 to avoid weather, please.
230 para 220, Aeroméxico 534.
Gracias, Iberia 6403, inicia reducción de velocidad 224,
Yes.
220 nudos indicados.
Reduce a 220 el 594.
Ahora con 1926, 21.2.
And 220 knots, is that correct?
All right, yeah. Tras idle open descent for level 130. Blue.
Tell him we need 165, please.
Mexico Iberia 6403, we will need a heading 165 to avoid.
Okay, that is approved.
Thank you. Heading
Okay.
165.
Flight to Lucia.
After that, flight to Lucia.
When clear of weather, direct to Lucia, Iberia 6403.
Okay, we could fly.
It's Iberia 6403, continue down to 13,000 and 200 knots when able.
Okay.
Down 13,000 and 200 knots, Iberia 6403.
Okay.
534,
We need flap 1,
200
but wait,
534.
we need flap 1, but
Yeah.
we cannot say
Below
flap 1
20,000.
El 534,
until
el
we are below
594, 200
flight level
nudos
200.
también.
El 594 reduciendo a 200.
121 decimal 2.
1212, bye, thank you.
All right.
Autorizado CL SDM 05 derecha, Aeroméxico 534.
We are lucky. We are going to see the whole city, the whole approach, and so on.
Descending 13,000.
Iberia 6403, radar contact, descend 12,000 feet.
We are down 12,000, Iberia 6403.
Tell him that we are maintaining 200 knots.
Iberia 6403, flight direct Mateo VOR, and clear the ILS DME runway 05 right approach.
Direct Mateo VOR and expecting ILS runway 05 right approach, Iberia 6403.
Okay.
What
10,000.
is your indicator speed now?
200 knots.
From now on, because we are 10,000 above the airfield, now you handle the MCDO. Okay, perfect.
Aeroméxico 594.
Adelante el 594.
Busca 200 nudos, descienda a 1-2000 pies.
Tenemos ya 200, continuamos a 1-2000, el 594.
Es correcto. Iberia 6403, está autorizado la aproximación y el SDM 05 derecha.
Okay.
Cleared ILS DME 05 right, Iberia 6403. Gracias.
1,000 to 12,000.
1,000 check.
Aeroméxico 534, contacto control final en 1975.
Control final en 119 decimal 75, Aeroméxico 534, buen día.
Muy buen día.
Reducing to 180.
Iberia
Flaps 2.
6403, contact final control, frequency 119.05.
Mexico final, good afternoon, Iberia 6403, maintaining 12,000.
Final México, buenas tardes, Aeroméxico 594, 13700, para 12000.
Aeroméxico 594, buen día, contacto radar.
Contacto radar 594.
Aeroméxico 594, busca 160 nodos.
Reduciendo 160 el 594.
1,000 feet to 9,700 feet. I said now 8,800 feet.
Check.
Landing gear down.
Landing gear down. Four green lights.
Okay. Full flap. Landing checklist.
Check.
How constraints are
2,500.
Start check.
2,500 minimum, 7,600.
Check.
All constraint.
Flaps full. Speed.
Speed all star. And
Iberia 6403, contacto final 1975, buen día.
localize. Lock star.
Iberia 6403, contact tower 118.55, solo.
118.55. Thank you, bye.
Thanks so much.
118.55. Glide star. 12000. Lock. And runway inside. Okay. Landing checklist. Speed. Landing no blue.
All green, flaps full, landing checklist completed.
Okay, autopilot off.
Mexico Tower, good afternoon, Iberia 6403.
Cut 1.
ILS 05 right.
Iberia 6403, 05 right, wind 350 degrees, 10 knots, altimeter 36142, clear to land.
Clear to land 05 right, Iberia 6403.
There's one aircraft crossing the runway.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We passed 1,000 feet, stabilized.
1000 stabilized. We have
500.
Slight tailwind component.
100 above. American 1986,
100 above.
left wind 330 degrees, 10
Land.
clear for takeoff, call departure 120.5.
Seagull.
Hey, clear to take off 5 left, contact departure on 20.5. Go 5 on departure, American 1986.
200. 100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, reach 7.
Buenas tardes, Torre México, Aeroméxico 594 en viraje a plata.
Cruce 5 derecha, mantenga 5 izquierda.
5 derecha y mandar el 5 izquierda.
Ground spoilers.
Armado 126, cruce 5 derecha y mantenga 5 izquierda.
5 derecha, mantenemos 5 izquierda, número 126.
Armico 594, 5 derecha, viento 330 con 10 centímetros 3032, continúa aproximación.
Continuamos a 5 derecha, Aeroméxico 594.
Iberia 6403, right exit, then switch on 121.85.
Okay.
Right exit and 121.85, Iberia 6403. Bye.
4635 izquierda, viento 10 grados 10 knots, opresor estoy, comunica salidas 123.5, tenga buen día, lo posible no demore.
Thank you.
Gracias, autor despegue sin demora 46325 la área. Buena tarde.
Armar 165 izquierda, posición y mantener. Armar 1265 izquierda, posición y mantener.
Posición y mantener 5 izquierda, Armar 126.
Armico 594, pizarro 5.
I set now 8,800 feet.
Check.
Landing gear down.
Landing gear down. Four green lights.
Okay. Full flap. Landing checklist.
Check.
All constraints are
2,500.
Start check.
2,500 minimum, 7,600. All constraint.
Flaps full.
Landing checklist. Approach. Through dual. Facile descent to 8,800 feet.
Check. Landing checklist. Auto thrust.
Spare thrust idle.
Make a memo. Speed.
Speed all star.
Check.
And
Iberia 6403, contacto final 1975, buen día.
Localize, glide alive, Logstar.
Iberia 6403, contact tower 118.55, solo.
118.55. Thank you, bye.
Thanks so much.
118.55, glide star. 12000. Log and runway inside. Okay. Landing checklist. Speed. Landing no blue.
All green flaps full, landing checklist completed.
Okay, autopilot off.
Mexico Tower, good afternoon, Iberia 6403.
Cut 1.
ILS 05 right.
Iberia 6403, 05 right, wind 35 degrees, 10 knots, altimeter 36, small 32, clear to land.
Clear to land 05 right, Iberia 6403.
There's one aircraft crossing the runway.
Yeah,
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We passed 1,000 feet, stabilized.
1000, stabilized. We have
500.
Slight tailwind component.
100 above. American 1986,
100 above.
left wind 330 degrees, 10
Land.
clear for takeoff, call departure 120.5.
Seagull.
Hey, clear to take off 5 left, contact departure on 20.5. Go 5 on departure, American 1986.
200. 100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, reach 7.
Buenas tardes, Torre México, Aeroméxico 594 en viraje a plaza.
57, cruce 5 derecha, mantenga 5 izquierda.
5 derecha y no de 5 izquierda.
Ground spoilers.
Armada 126, cruce 5 derecha, mantenga 5 izquierda.
5 derecha, mantenemos 5 izquierda, Armada 126.
Armico 594, 5 derecha, viento 330 con 10, centímetro 3032, continúa aproximación.
Continuamos a 5 derecha, Aeroméxico 594.
Iberia
start braking.
6403, right exit, then switch on 121.85.
Okay.
Right exit and 121.85, Iberia 6403. Bye.
4635 izquierda, viento 10 grados 10 knots, presor despegue, comunica salida, son 2 tenga buen día, lo posible no demore.
Thank you.
Gracias, auto despegue sin demora 46325 el área. Buenas tardes.
Armar 165 izquierda, posición y mantener. Aeromar 1265 izquierda, posición y mantener.
Posición y mantener 5 izquierda, Aeromar 126.
Armeico 594, pisero 5 derecha,
Okay.
viento 330 con 6.
After landing items.
Autorizado.
Iberia 6403, cross runway 05 right on Bravo 7 to Bravo 6 on the left.
We are clear to cross runway 05 right on Bravo 7 and then left on Bravo 6, Iberia 64.
Bravo 6. Okay.
That's correct, and hold short of 05 left on Bravo 6.
We'll hold short of 05 left on Bravo 6, Iberia 6403. Right hand is clear.
Terrestre, buenas tardes, 315 de Aeromar.
Aeromar 315 continúe vía Eco a Tangos.
Eco la San. Terrestre México, buen día, costera 2092 en Romeo 5, código transponder 1050.
Costera 2092, pista 05 derecha, altímetro 30.32, ruede vía Bravo 3, Alfa 1, mantenga antes pista y a la escucha con torre 1855.
Bravo 3, Alfa 1, mantenemos antes de pista con 3032, costera 2092.
Shall we switch on now the APU?
Gate 22.
Yeah.
Straight ahead. Almost.
México, buenas tardes, costera 8700 en Golf, antes Delta.
Slides, please.
Okay.
Costera 8.
México, buenas tardes, costera 8700 en Golf, antes Delta.
Slides, please.
Okay.
Costera 8700 recibido, continúe vía Delta, Eco y Alfa 4 a la 81.
Delta, Eco y Alfa 4 a la 81.
Okay, APU is available after
Thank
landing
you.
checklist is completed. Okay.
Okay, parking
We have
brake
10
set.
minutes.
Everything is okay. APU bleed on. Hello, ground.
Parking checklist. APU lead,
On.
engines,
Off.
seatbelts,
Off.
external lights,
Off.
fuel pumps,
Off.
parking brake and chocks.
Parking brake and chocks. We are still waiting for the chocks to be in place. Now, chocks on. I release the brakes.
Alright, doesn't move.
605. Okay.
Alright.
And what else?
Well, pues it's parking checklist completed.
Ok, está bien, si no, de cualquier manera le hacemos unas pruebas.
Perfecto, muchas gracias.
Gracias.
In the end, we were lucky because the weather was fine at the airport. It was surrounding but build-ups, but the airport was fine. And the taxi was a little bit longer than expected, but we are putting the chocks on almost on time. So I'm happy. I would like to thank you everyone in this cockpit for the job, especially co-pilots and you, of course, Udo. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.